So, despite the madness and the questionable decisions that have been going on YouTube's end these past couple weeks, I still do intend to uphold these weekly art streams. But if you've seen the most recent posts I've made on this channel, I genuinely do hope that things get better soon. With that being said though, it is Wednesday again, so welcome back. A little bit later this time, because I was focused on other things at the moment, so this time around will definitely be for realsies this time as well, shorter than usual. And also because I didn't really have anything planned in particular. I do have drawings in progress that I'm working on, but ones that I'm comfortable with streaming are a bit short at the moment, except for this one, which was a work in progress that I've been working on for a while. Or just kind of started and then didn't really get back to. So this will definitely be a shorter one this time around, and probably a quieter one as well. Also, hey, a new video on the channel as well. I haven't done that in a while. And I actually fully intend to make another one just like it after the next episode of The Amazing Digital Circus comes out. I've got a plan for that as well. I think it'll be pretty funny. And as usual, Spotify is just choosing to suck today. The display isn't showing up in any of the window captures, no BS. For no reason at all. Spotify in general, I feel like, has just been not on the best performance end, both on my phone and also on the computer lately. Because whenever I'm trying to play a high-end game, I have to minimize Spotify, or else it's not going to run very well. Which is a serious problem whenever I play Helldivers 2. Because I frequently like to listen to my own custom playlist that I made for that game. This time around, I think I'm only going to go for about an hour or so. Because I did start this on the later end than I usually do. Also, another thing that I want to bring up, related to the thumbnail for this stream, and that's 100 flowers on Twister. I'll let you figure that one out for yourself. But one drawing in particular on that platform, I guess you could say, had the opportunity to explode quite a bit, which I'm pretty happy about. Even though I still wouldn't mind if that place spontaneously combusted one day. Still relatively exciting, for the most part. Okay, I'm just gonna check Spotify really quickly. Of course you would show up. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. Crisis averted. I could just scoot myself up back a bit. Alright, there we go. Good as new. Like nothing ever happened. I was listening to this song just earlier. Definitely not in the type of environment that it was intended for, but still, it was pleasant to listen to nonetheless. That type of environment being literally inside of an electrical transformer, which is why I did earlier today. Being an electrician is fun, of course, if you don't mind driving everywhere so much, all the time. I'm not gonna delve in that too much. Not right now, at least. Hello. Here, I thought this was going to be a relatively quieter stream this time around, but still good to see you. Welcome, Eno, the custom creator. Can you draw the number 7? Indeed, I can. Watch this. Even made it fancy. The crud? Oh, this is not the right pen. Hang on, that 7 doesn't count. It was not the right pen, so it was not the right number 7. There we go. That's the right pen. And it will now remain there indefinitely on the canvas. Actually, let's make it let's make it extra fancy, because why not? Ah, crud. Whoops. There we go. That's a fancier number 7. That will stay on the canvas indefinitely. Welcome in. I thought this would be a bit quieter this time around, but still good to see you dropping by. I should probably acknowledge your name, though. Hello, cool boyfriend. From Newgrounds hit game Friday Night Funkin', I imagine. Itchy. Welcome back. Good to see you again. It is once again the Wednesday, as usual. Here I thought it was going to be quiet this time around. And honestly, I was fully just expecting it to be as well. Mainly because I started a bit later than I usually did. And right now is just a good day to relax and not much else, especially with all the madness going around with YouTube right now. That I might have expressed a bit in my most recent post on this channel. Speaking of this channel, another upload. Happy to finally upload something again for the first time in a while. Oh yeah, that whole fiasco. Yeah, I remember you talking about that last time. someone has made really good advice since I was let down, and that's don't waste your time on other people who don't appreciate who you are. Perfectly understandable. And I did see that's why you switched your Discord status to as well. But yeah, that's a good sentiment to live by. Glad to see that people like you read my status. You are very welcome. It does also appear in, I believe it was the friends list, I think. Yeah, it does appear plainly on the main friends list. So it is easy to catch. It is easy to catch those words of wisdom. easy to forget how just actually therapeutic doing this is. And just drawing in general. But drawing to an audience just amplifies it to a certain degree. For a second I thought Minecraft was open. Yeah, sorry. That was Spotify in the background. Probably would have gotten me off guard as well. I will say though, I actually don't remember the last time I played Minecraft on PC, because a certain other game exactly like it has been kind of taking over that game in particular for me. That game, of course, being Vintage Story, which you may or may not have heard before, which is basically just Minecraft 2 to a lot of people. moment I lift my head up. It's good to see you again, Rosgar. Or Resgar. However you say your name. And it is good to get back into not only art streams, but actually uploading full-on videos on this channel again. Despite the madness going on with YouTube right now, which is kind of hard to not be aware of at this point in time. But despite that, I'm still trying to make it work, and I'm hoping that people on the high end start making the right decisions for everybody else. But that's a rant for another day. Your anatomy has gotten better, thank you. It definitely, hang on. Let's see here. I just set up Linux once again on my computer. I am now jealous of you, because that's something that I've been meaning to do as well. And that's getting Linux on my computer. What madness happened? Let's see, how do I explain this? How do I put this into words? I'm sure you're well aware of the, of how just corporations literally everywhere trying to implement AI into just everything possible. And YouTube has apparently been using it to manage users that may or may not be under 18. So now you have to provide actual full-on documentation of your identity to YouTube. And then a AI automated program is going to have a look at it and then deem whether or not you get to access YouTube or not. Which is obviously a gigantic red flag for a lot of people. I backed everything on an SSD. I need to do the same, except I don't have an extra SSD lying around. The only two SSDs I have are inside my laptop. Oh, you mean the ID thing? Yes, exactly. Precisely. The internet is a bit more on fire than usual this time around, and it's kind of hard to not ignore. YouTube used to be my sacred library of internet media. Same, to be honest. What I have is part of that is another thing. I actually have a 5 terabyte hard drive on me. It's just a matter of leaving it alone for nearly an entire day while it does its thing. Which is something that I just need to sit down and focus on for a whole weekend. They would have to remove it sooner or later. I assume you mean... Do you mean just certain videos that exist on the platform? Because if that were the case, then technically every single video at once, well, not at once, but every single video on YouTube would eventually meet the same fate, if that's what you mean. Including the first video ever, me at the zoo. But hey, as long as the Internet Archive stays existent and irrelevant. Wow. I was just trying to pull up a Clip Studio file to showcase how my anatomy has been improving, but I'm actually not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to show this instead. Just because it's funny. This is my very first piece of Avantris fan art. No, I mean, like, they gotta remove the verification. Okay, of course, that's what you mean. They removed the verification because people would choose better alternatives, and YouTube is one of the major and main money makers of Google. It's done for them like there isn't even... Okay. Wasn't expecting you to go in that direction, but no, you were still absolutely right. That's actually, yeah, that's a good example of... That's a good way to put this. YouTube is just... It's shooting itself in the foot, and it's killing its own golden goose by doing this. I like how we're having this conversation while that's on screen. A distro is another word for a Linux installation, or a Linux distribution, I believe it's called. So, you've got things like Linux Mint and Arcwave, I think it's called. It's probably better if you look it up, honestly. I will never get used to this TikTok level newspeak that people have come up with. But that's a rant for another day. Solve how to use basic Windows and computer stuff. I know I gotta improve. I know for a fact that growing up on certain children's MMOs and also spending a lot of free time in the computer lab has definitely honed my skills with the computer in the past. And also playing a lot of Town of Salem. Town of Salem definitely upped my my typing game. Did you know that iPhone has a feature in which you can log in with a security key USB? So like a literal key for your phone. It's actually kind of neat. Yeah, good that you noticed that as well. I got a full-on, well, technically what you call a PNG tuber. PNG like the file name. Because it's literally just a bunch of PNGs slapped together. And it reacts to your microphone instead of relying on a camera to track your face and move around. So honestly, to me, it's definitely a step up from the past VTuber, because it's more of an updated version of what I would like to pull off in the future. And also, it's nice not having to worry about a camera setup and everything like that. I could just set up the microphone and it is good to go. What? Your mic is kind of troubled right now? Does that mean it's cutting out, or does it mean it's very mega loud? Okay, it looks like I did turn the knob on the microphone just a little bit. And it's more friendly too, definitely. It is definitely easier to read the character that's being presented, in a sense. If you can still hear the music in the background, then, but not my voice, then it's definitely a problem with the microphone. But if you can't hear both, then it may be a problem on your end. Okay, no worries. Wow, there was 5 users looking in this chat. That is a new record for me, honestly, I think. It's unfortunate that I'm not able to see the view counter here in OBS, though. Unfortunately. I think only in the YouTube live streaming tab, which I have minimized at all times. But I can still see the chat through OBS. The Rosguard to go. with the $4.99. I never expected to say something like that, but holy crud, man. Thank you very much. Okay, tell you what, just for that can't go unrewarded. I feel like a thank you is not enough for that. Name a song, I'll try to play it. I don't care if it's copyrighted or not. I'm not monetizing these anyway. I don't know how much this is worth in dollars, probably 25 cents, but it's $5. Don't worry, it's just a water price. I've been watching you for some time. I've got to know tonight. Well, I highly appreciate that you did. Thank you very much. Hang on, let's see. Give that a like, give that a heart. Throw a bunch of hearts in the chat. There we go. You deserve all those. Thank you very, very much. That's the second time that's ever happened. The first time was from a friend of mine who I have known for quite a while. But coming from you, a follower that's been following for some time, that means quite a lot. So, thank you. Right as cue the sad Half-Life music for such an occasion. This is going to be on the canvas indefinitely now. Wait, really? One of the biggest reasons I started Half-Life, I was 30 years late, but interesting, just for the inclusion of that song alone, that I guess you heard from one of the previous streams. No matter what inspiration you have for playing Half-Life, it's a good series to get into. Hello, Red Power Ranger. Good to see you here, of all places. We have the Red Power Ranger in our midst. I'm excited to see the blue one. In other words, the Scottish one. My favorite game from Valve is Portal, understandable. And even based, if you will. I don't usually use that kind of newspeak, but this time around, it is warranted. Portal is indeed fun, and I gotta play the second game again sometime, and I gotta convince my dad to play it, and my brother, and my middle brother, and everybody else I know to play at least Portal 2. Valve has some good games. I just wish they cared for more than buying ships. Gaben just bought a yacht last week or so. I have not heard about that, but at the same time, of all the current millionaires in the world, who are usually associated with, of course, being scum of the earth, I feel like Gaben is one of the better ones. So in a way, maybe he might have earned that after all this time. And he is making some decent decisions in the industry, I guess you could say, and not succumbing to decisions that other corporations are making regarding their games. Love Gaben, don't get me wrong. I wish he was more into the third games. That would... I mean, yeah, definitely. We truly have no idea whether or not we're actually going to get Half-Life 3. But, you know. Yeah, definitely. The 2000s and the 2010s were insane years for a lot of people. My mind kind of goes to when Steven Spielberg was making both Jurassic Park and also Schindler's List in the same year. People pulled off some crazy stuff at the time. And nowadays, they're just kind of sitting on the success of that. Which, I mean, has some acceptable merit to it, but at the same time, it is just a little bit of a shame that they kind of peaked at that moment and now are just kind of vibing at this point. But hey, to each their own. And of course, you know what they say as well. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And sometimes it's good to know when to just cash out and leave on a high note. But if you feel like you're able to keep going, then there's nothing stopping you from doing that as well. What the HE dope hockey sticks? I like 2000 CDs players were better with green light on the Xbox. I never had Xbox, but it's peaceful. Like, yeah. I do miss when things were colorful as well. Even simple things like the older generation consoles. Like, as you mentioned, the green light on the Xbox 360. Nowadays, everything is just black and white, millennial gray, boring, just blank slate. Which I guess at that point, it's up to you to just slap a bunch of stickers on it to make it look good, I guess. That's the nostalgia effect, indeed it is. Wasn't expecting to be talking about this, of all things, today. but certainly don't mind it. Talking about nostalgia as we're listening to Minecraft music. This is pretty topical. Could be suffocating though, indeed. It can be. And it can also be exploitative as well. Or exploited as well. Just look at the Disney live action remakes. That's a good example. Might be thinking of the word aesthetic and not anesthetic. Anesthetic is used for numbing the pain during a medical operation. Meanwhile, an aesthetic is just the overall style or vibe of something. Yeah, English is indeed hard and confusing and weird and all of the above. Like 3 or 4 languages. I kind of envy you in that regard, because me being a resident of this part of the world, I only know 1. And I'm sure you know what part of the world that is. That would be America. Big reveal. Particularly on the western side. I do have aspirations to move a little bit up further north, though, in the future. Yeah, we have. Right. Yeah, now I remember. That was quite a few streams ago we talked about that. And I do definitely have aspirations to move up to there. Still. Sounded oh, not at all. No worries. You are good. And they're still good for me as long as they have heaters, of course. Is it weird that I would like to experience it once? Maybe just once and then not really again, but that would be seeing snow actually falling. Because in all the time that I've been alive, I've only actually seen snow falling once. And that was during a trip to Oregon quite a few years ago. So to see it falling regularly would be a sight to behold, at least for someone like me. This winter, I don't want to look like a frozen mozzarella stick out in Toronto. It's quite a sentence and a half. What happened to the album art for this song? This song is not on Spotify, so I had to import it manually. And songs that you import, that you downloaded and import into Spotify don't really have any cover art to them. But the rest of the Code Vein soundtrack should still be on Spotify for you to look for it. And YouTube, of course. Have you even slid down down a hill? You know, I actually have once. Once over a decade ago, it actually snowed in the town that I live in. And there were a bunch of people immediately on cardboard and sleds sliding down a hill that's behind where we live. So I have snowed down a hill once, and only once, in my entire life. Maybe not my entire life, I'm sure I might have done it another time, but I don't remember when. I do remember the first time, though. Yes. I remember having a Samsung app called Samsung Music, and the funniest part is that it supported MIDIs. MIDIs, of all things, despite being a modern app. That's pretty funny. Okay, since we're on the topic of this, I have to acknowledge this. Hang on just 1 second. Since we're on the topic of what exactly a MIDI is, I'll give you a prime example. As soon as I find it. It's around here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Perfect. We'll listen to the first few seconds of this. This is a prime example of what a MIDI is.
I got food poisoned. That made me angry. So I called the Ghostbuster. Hey, Ghostbuster man. McDonald's have a ghost in the burger. What the?
Okay, that's all we're gonna listen to two of that. But yeah, that's what a MIDI is. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled whatever we were listening to. Please, 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 if you have a moment, seek out Super Ghostbusters on YouTube or Spotify. You probably won't regret it. A long list of epicness to check. Even that Lena Arena is in it. That is a pretty good source of epicness to look into, and is also a pretty fun game if you're into Slay the Spire and Into the Breach and all that. Speaking of Into the Breach. If you're not familiar with deck building games, then I definitely recommend looking into Slay the Spire at first. But I'm pretty sure Arena of the Arena also has a demo to it. I have an old screen recording of me playing a MIDI via Samsung Music. Got it. Okay, so that's what that is. Definitely have to check that out immediately after this. Also, here's a fun fact for today. As of right now, let's see. As of right now, I have to wake up in 7 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah, usually I would prioritize ending streams sometime around 6 p.m. But, oh well. This time around, oh well. Because I have to wake up quite early in the morning. Isn't that 1 a.m.? 2 a.m. Tough day awaits. That's what it's like every day since the start of, I believe it was around February. But still, I've been making it work for the most part. There have been points where breaks have been absolutely necessary though. Like, last 2 weeks ago, around when this month started, I took the entire week off of work just because. And that was the same week that the PNG tuber guy debuted as well, so that was fun. It's good to just take breaks from whatever it is you're doing from day to day every now and then. Even if you particularly enjoy it, it's still good to just take it easy from it. But indeed, you've come far. You got some of your goals achieved. Thank you for the encouragement. Seriously, thanks for that. Because there are some points where it's easy to lose track of how far you've come. And you keep a really good circadian rhythm too. On work days, yeah. On weekdays, not as much. Because I like to sleep in quite a lot on weekends. sometimes I wish I was a bear out in the woods chilling while it's eating salmon on honey sleeping like a log. That, honestly, that sounds like it'd be fun to experience for a winter. Right now you just made me hungry, honestly. At the mention of salmon and honey. We have honey, but we don't have as much salmon. So it might be worth looking into sometime. Honey glazed salmon. The snow you mentioned was the last few places got in 500 years. That is true. On the topic of MIDIs, you probably don't know that Windows has a hidden place of music deep within the Windows folder. And I assume you're not talking about just the default music folder that comes with the installation of Windows 10. I'm guessing you have to go back way into the heart of the very, very start of your C drive. Your C drive, which has less than 11 gigabytes left in it, because you are a compulsive clip taker. I'm of course talking about me. That's exactly what I'm going through. Also, just as a heads up, I will be wrapping things up here pretty shortly, because we're about to hit 7 PM. And technically I should have been in bed like an hour ago, but oh well. Like I said, but that's just going to be my excuse for everything, just oh well. Oh, I was right. You gotta go to your C drive, and then Windows, and then Media. Is that where all the Clippy remixes are stored? Wow, okay, I just looked. You actually weren't kidding. All the iconic Windows sound effects are actually here. That's good to know. In case I need a funny sound effect for when I'm editing a video or something. do talk about midis quite a lot. You're pretty funny though, not gonna lie. Have you ever tried FL Studio, Audacity, all that jazz? I have tried Audacity, and I did use it quite extensively when making a few mods for games in particular. Right. And with that, honestly, the moment that 7 p.m. the moment that 7 p.m. hit, I immediately started to feel it. If you have any questions, all my socials are the same. I even have other platforms that might help you with the music making. Now, I have been getting serious about drawing, that part's evident. But actually full on making music is definitely another milestone for the future, and I think that'd be fun to do. My girlfriend is studying arts too, and really have progressed very, very far beyond. And I believe in you, really. Thank you very much for both that and also for putting it into perspective as well. It's easy to lose track of just how quickly you're progressing in certain things, and this is definitely one of them. And I mean that in a good way. It's great to look back and just see how far you've come. I've reached the point where I feel like I'm gonna have to actually sort out my Clip Studio Paint illustrations folder. Because every week it just gets bigger and bigger, and yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to sort this out. If it's embarrassing, I used to make... not sure what that means. I'm slightly reluctant to Google it, but I'm gonna be Googling it anyway. Tell me, what does it mean? Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. That didn't mean what I thought it was going to mean. Okay, I see. It's a type of music. Oh, TikTok me. Okay, yeah, that's I can see why you'd be embarrassed of that. But I mean, if you're able to make money off of it, then by all means, it's definitely a good gateway to get into other types of music that you actually enjoy. Exactly. Actually, it has its roots in underground Memphis rock, but it evolved into Brazilian electro-funk music. That sounds like it would go unfathomably hard, and I probably need to listen to at least one thing like that sometime. Made $10, but it wasn't even my song. My friends made it. But consider of returning. I mean, if you're able to pull it off on your own, then it might be worth looking into. It's good to have something on the side. Even if it's just a hobby and not an actual profession or anything. That's exactly what this is. You are also cool. Do not forget that. Not thinking you would, obviously, but just saying. Everybody here is cool and good. We've each got something going on for each of us. And one of the things that needs to go on for me right now is definitely bed. And relatively happy with the progress I've made with this as well. This is nowhere near done, but at least I took care of what the lighting is going to look like eventually. And once this does get done, then by all means, more YouTube thumbnails for these art streams, so that I can stop worrying about them. Because I might have mentioned in the past, I'm kind of running out of thumbnails. But it's all the more reason to just make a consistent one sometime. to use for every single one. Alright, but for real though, with that being said, I am going to be wrapping up here in just a second. You made 3 drafts indeed. Usually it's only just 1, but this time's 3 for this time around, which is nice. So one last double check to make sure I save everything. Everything is cool and good. So officially this time around, that will officially do it for this stream, I would say. I said this was going to be a short one, but it ended up not being that at all. Mainly thanks to Ruzgar and Glitchy here. Thank you for both showing up and for the conversations. And thank you very, very much to Ruzgar for the $4.99 as well. Thank you again for that. Thank you a 3rd time and a 4th time. Thank you. Farewell, everyone. Until next time, then, indeed. And just to seal the deal, there we go. There's the ending screen. So, until next time, I will see everybody later. Have a very good rest of the week until next Wednesday. And even after next Wednesday, please keep having a good week. Okay, but for real, have a good one, and goodbye.